and welcome to How to Cook Great Food. With thousands of recipes and millions of views, why not subscribe to our channel and join the family?
Welcome back once again to howtocookgreatfood.com. If you haven't already, please click that button and subscribe to our channel. On the menu today, we're going to be making a chicken soup with a kind of West Indian, Caribbean, Jamaican style. As you may hear, my voice is all over the place. I've got flu, and this is a real kind of flu-busting soup, I hope, a nice chicken noodle soup. It does take a little while to do, and as you can see, I've got an enormous amount here. I really need to get this inside me, but it really is worth it. Absolutely delicious. Let's go and do it. Okay, so we're going to get started with the chicken first, getting it kind of nice and juicy, ready, reduced. So, chicken. I've got a whole chicken or chicken parts. The bone is in, the skin is on. Like I say, various parts in there. You can use anything you want. Some onions, ginger, garlic. Now, just here, I've got a little teaspoon of a curry powder. I've actually got a Jamaican curry powder, which is slightly different than an Indian. If you want to know about that, I'll stick the link up on how to make that if you don't want to buy it. And also in there is some ground thyme. I don't have any fresh thyme or the seeds, but I've got some ground stuff, so a little bit of thyme. Cinnamon stick. I've got a few cloves in there, just a few, and I've got some peppercorns there. I'm using white, but you could of course be using black. In here I've got a little bit of star anise. And these guys there that look like peppercorns is actually allspice, which is that sort of size, much bigger, absolutely wonderful. It really, really has got all spices in it. Again, you can usually get that in your store, either ground or whole like that. I'm probably going to add a little bit of ground a bit later as well. And then some chili. Now these are Scotch bonnets or habaneros, so these are really super hot. Be very careful. I mean, they're sort of, you know, sort of regular Indian chilies that we use curries for. These are sort of 5, 6, 7 times hotter maybe. I want a nice bit of heat. I'm going to put them in whole because I want to fish them out later. We're going to start this off with a touch of oil, bit of salt and pepper. Let's get moving. Okay, so here we go. Large pot. We're going to need a lid for this as well. Got some oil in there. I'm using a corn oil, but you could of course be using anything else you wanted. We're going to start off by getting in our chicken parts. What we need to do is fry these around. Like I say, skin is still on, bone is still in. We want to fry these about, you know, for 6-7 minutes. Get some flavours happening on them and get them on their way. To that, I'm going to add some salt, some black pepper, that cinnamon, the peppercorns, black or white, up to you, and the cloves. All of these really good for someone who's got a cold or flu, like me, excuse me. Okay, then the allspice and the star anise, a little bit of that in there. Then we're just going to drop in these two bad boys, and really these are super hot, so be really careful with them. If you cut them, wash your hands immediately. In fact, it's probably better if you're going to be chopping these to wear some gloves. Okay, at this stage, that's about it. Heat's going to go up. 6-7 minutes, going to fry this around. Okay, so as you can see, we've got some colour onto that chicken. Of course, nowhere near fully cooked yet. Now, if you don't have these guys, you could, if you wanted. I mean, I just love this stuff anyway. You could use some sort of West Indian. This is an Encona brand. Pepper sauce. There's lots of different brands, you know, for different companies. But yeah, this is made from Scotch bonnets, basically. Now, the Scotch bonnets are hot, but they also have an incredible flavour. It's not just about heat. They do have a wonderful flavour. Anyway, let's get moving. We're going to add some chopped garlic, some chopped ginger. Hopefully all this is going to make me feel better. Some onions, in they go. I'm using a red onion, of course you could use something different. Heat back up, about another 3 to 4 minutes, back there. Okay, so this is coming together very nicely. At this stage we're going to get some powders in. So there's that West Indian or Jamaican curry powder. Again, like I said, I'll leave the link up if you don't know how to make that. And the ground thyme. Now, fresh thyme would be amazing. I don't have it, I'm afraid. Or the sort of dried one also works. Now, the allspice, or pimento, as it's known in the Caribbean. Plenty of that in there. It's a big flavour for me. Just give that one stir. Then we're going to go in with some liquid. I'm using just water. If you wanted, you could be sticking a Maggi cube in or something like that. I don't particularly like those things very much. That is looking wonderful. I'm feeling slightly better already. Okay, lid on. We need to bring that to the boil, and we've got to let it go now for like 30 minutes or so. What we're looking for is the chicken to be falling off the bones. The next stage is we're going to be taking the chicken out and getting the skin and bone off. In fact, the skin probably not. I like a bit of that. So 30 minutes, boil it away. Give it a stir every now and then. Okay, so as you can see, this is reduced down. Our chicken is now really sort of overcooked pretty much, which is kind of what we want. We now need to fetch this chicken out, take the parts out. You need to let it cool down a little bit, and then we need to remove the bone, and if you want the skin. Also, probably a good idea now to get this chili out, unless you really love it. Let me do that, I'll be back. We're now left with an incredibly beautiful broth. Next stage is we're going to add some of the chicken back in, some vegetables. It's going to be absolutely delicious. Okay, so we're back. I've got the heat back on. Here's our incredible, well, this is all the magic really, I suppose. This is incredible stock that we've got there. There's all my chicken bones and that. I don't want them in. You could, if you want, just leave them in and don't do this part. Just have the whole bits of chicken in. I just prefer. Or the meat separately, which we've got right here. In that goes. Now I've left a little bit of skin on mine as well. Now we haven't got enough liquid because we're about to add a load of other ingredients, so let's get a bit more water in there. A touch more. Right. Now you could think about adding a little bit of rosemary maybe, some bay leaves, a bit of nutmeg. Like I say, this is only West Indian, Caribbean, Jamaican style. Just got a few of those ingredients in there. But yeah, you can just play around and do as you wish. Now we have taken out the pepper, that hot pepper, because it really is very hot. I've got some cooked kidney beans here. They're going to go in. And I've also got here some coconut milk, which is optional to you, but you know, gives it a lovely creaminess. So we've now got a beautiful cooked chicken in there, all the goodness of the stock that we got from that. And we're now going to start to add loads and loads of different vegetables and stuff. I mean, it's up to you which direction you go in now with that. Let me just get that nice and hot. Be back in about 4 minutes. Okay, so we've got a bit of heat through this now. Now we're going to add, well, pretty much whatever you want really. So for me, sweet potato, regular potato. Here I've got some pasta or noodle, or very, short noodle. You could be putting in spaghetti if you wanted some other pasta, excuse me. Even if you wanted a handful of rice now, could be good, or a little bit of dal or lentils. I've also got here some spinach, some carrots that I've cut really small, some cabbage, white cabbage, But like I say, anything goes. So you could be putting some mushrooms in here now, you know, just anything, zucchini. I've got some sweet bell peppers. And that's about it right now. So, as you can see, this is now full to the brim. We need to heat on high, get it cooking away. And if you want, like I say, this is going to be a kind of quite a thick soup. You could be adding more liquid. I want it kind of like chunky and wholesome. So lid on, let that go for about 15 to 20 minutes. You can be giving it a stir every now and then. Check it for salt as well. You might want to add a touch more salt at this stage. Okay, off goes the heat. Let's take a look. Get a bit of steam out here for you. Look at that. Absolutely wonderful. Really packed with goodness. Took a while to make this one, but it's really, really worth it. Play around with it, like I say, with different vegetables you like. And I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you soon. Hopefully when I'm feeling a bit better. Lots of love.
With thousands of recipes and millions of views, why not subscribe to our channel and join the family?